Good morning, y'all. What's up? Today we're gonna go over a game with Paco Vallejo. This is 26 years ago. ICC, or just a blitz game, but I think it's very instructive. A lot of tic tacs, and we'll just get into it. I really appreciate this because nobody ever plays F3 F3 line. I had a lot of experience with this because it's Jay Bonen's choice, and Jay Bonen's from New York. So I played this maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 times with Jay or something over the years. And then I had it with Christian Bauer. And then I saw a really cool way to play against it from another Grandmaster, Michael Bezold. Uh, it's kind of weird. This is very unusual for a Benko, right? I think Delugi also used to maybe do it with knight here and then swing the knights here and here. If you can get this position, it's sort of pretty okay. So, uh, what to do for black? What to do for black? If I take this one, I think you can just take back. This queen a5 is not really dangerous. You know, knights are linking. We're helping him develop, and he just gets to evacuate fast. All right. So the idea is he weakened the diagonal, yeah? So you just want to, I mean, it's a Benko gambit, right? You got to make it a true gambit. And then to make it difficult to castle. This is one way. I developed another method with AB, queen a5, and pin the knight on bb4. And there's some tricks and traps, but I don't think it's terribly dangerous. This one, you know, it gets ultra spicy quick. You might already be threatening to take on b5, and if he takes it, you know, maybe you can just take this one and go queen b6, and you're hitting 2-for-1 special. Or just go queen b6, and so you already have a threat, right? So he moves out of the way. Bezold played knight h3. I think it's a better move. Castles. This is definitely not recommended because, I mean, when I take back, look, he's helping me. You know, there's already, so you can see the tactics forming. Also, you know, with these checks, and, you know, the knight's going to have to go to g3, and then you maybe have some bishop f2s. Not sure. But it certainly doesn't help white to do this. So it's a little bit shocking. You took this one. We took. And now, just take stock. If you look at this must be much better for black. Even though we're 2 pawns down, you have all the activity in the world. White can't castle. So, he played knight d4 because he wanted to get away. You know, I think knight takes e4 is probably a crusher. He can't take it because queen h4 takes e4 is too strong. Gonna have to play bishop e3. Not quite sure. I think from a human perspective, you don't have to go knight e4. Like, this is just an instant shot where you threaten to take and kind of make him play bishop, and then attack and make the same threat again. Take twice in knight c2. So how to defend this? It's kind of difficult already, you know. You would think in most cases you would be able to come here and defend the bishop, but you know, there's this one hanging, so you sort of you can't really help out. So he came up with this one. Smart, because I'll have no pawn to knock this knight away from b5. If he's able to put it here, he's going to be able to play a4 and reinforce it. Already a couple of good moves I have. Queen a6 comes to mind. That's a strong one. Because if he jumps in knight b5, I take this one, and he has to jump back, and then I get in knight d3. That's one thing. Another move, maybe knight c6, to put pressure here, and then when he jumps in, I don't know, maybe rook a5. But I thought, well, if I know his idea is to come here and link the knights, why don't I just snap this guy? Right? And then just take twice like I wanted to. Now, I suppose taking queen takes queen is definitely playable. And just play with the rook against the two knights. And you have... The problem is these guys are doubled now. Maybe slightly better for black. I think it's slightly better for black. Not much more than that. So I definitely didn't do this right, there must have been a better... We'll look at it afterwards. But he took this one. You're probably asking yourself that question. Why would I just allow this? I'm just down the exchange. But I have this brutal check. And now if queen e2, he's losing. But I have to play it right. And in the game, I didn't quite do it right. And you're going to see fascinating situation. You should play king f1. It's bad. It's bad no matter how you slice it at this point. It's lost. But king f1 is the best of a bad situation. Knight takes e4, queen e2. You say, well, that looks okay for white. But there's queen... knight d2 check, right? King e1, queen c3. Very unpleasant. Hitting the rook in the corner and threatening a double check. And that line continues, and we'll go over it later. But he went queen e2. And this one's really, really gone. I just didn't do it right. Queen here. Now I have to throw in queen d4. I have to throw in queen d4, and you can't go back to the back rank because, and then you can't go queen e3 because knight g4 check loses a queen. He has to come up, and then knight h5, king g4, knight f4, with some rook f6 combination is winning. But I thought this was also winning. Just to do this, and you say, wow, how could this not be winning? You can't eat the knight, because rook f4 is crushing. You can't go back to g3, because rook e4 is discovered check, loses his queen. It's actually going to be mate. King g4, rook f4, king h3. There's queen h5, king g3, queen h4, mate. So he came up this way, and I figured that this is just... He resigned, by the way. He resigned in this position. So look at it for a minute. What if I was to tell you this is a draw, and that black has to find the accurate move to save the game? That was so fascinating about this one. Because if he finds g3 instead of resigning, exactly what am I doing? If I give him rook h6, he eats the knight. If I give him rook g6, he slithers away to the left-hand side. Okay? Eats the knight. If I check him on h5, he slithers away to the right-hand side. It's the slithering variation. I can't avoid it. There's nothing I can do. So how to save the game? You might think about this for a second. I have to save the game now. I'd have to find a super duper move here. Very difficult to spot. In game, I doubt I would have found it. I would have sat here and probably fell on time trying to find a mate that doesn't exist. Do you ever done that? Have you ever stared at a position forever and be like, there has to be a mate. There just has to be. And your time ticks down, your time ticks down, and you're looking at the time, and all of a sudden, you come out of your coma, right? And then you're in a time scramble, and you just blunder and you lose. The only move to save the game is knight h2. Why? Because g3 is not defended anymore. Can't eat it. Because if you take it, it's check, check, and mate. If he takes it with the queen, it's check, king here, and then you can eat the queen, and when the rook takes back, this guy's hanging in the corner. Can't take the knight. Can't take the knight. Or the day. Have to slither back. And then this happens, and he escapes, and we have this position. Can you imagine that you have to find all of these psychotic moves in a row to save the game, and you're looking for mate? It's an incredible thing, this chess. Chess is really crazy. And this may be zeros. You can't make it up. So where did I go wrong? Well, many ways. But this one I have to find. And this one's winning. Because now you can't go back and he can't play here. He has to come up. And this construction is totally different. And the funny thing is, well, if he comes this way, it's probably rook f4, maybe winning. But even here, you just gain a tempo. This is pretty brutal too. And then you have the h5 checks coming. And where can this queen go? Really too many good squares. Maybe rook f4 is probably even better. But you see, this is no matter how you slice it. This can lead this recommendation. And then you have this, right? And then this one. And then I think this is, oh, wait a minute. Here. Yeah, and then this creeping move. You have to find another creeping move to weave the web. And then the rook f6 comes, and there's nothing to be done. You're going to have to play h4 to block rook g6 and just sack a queen on g5. So that will be lost. You see how you have to be so precise in the even position that is so seemingly crushing. And yet, one little error, and it falls apart. This one's gone in many ways. And knight f4 is there's also queen f6. Right? It's sort of trapped now. But it's always this knight f4. Like, it's this knight f4 that puts the kibosh on everything. Because now this g2 is sensitive. Recommending this to cover g2. Look at this, another creeping move. Oh, h5 is winning. Okay. h4. Can you imagine this? And then you have to find this. I mean, come on. This is what it takes to win from a position where the guy's king is on g4. You have to know, you have to calculate so well that you to see you're going to win a rook in the variation. Okay. Not feasible. Okay. Going back to this position, also, here, it's not that big of a deal for me. Like, it's slightly better for me. Like, this is not right. This one. Right. This thing here. This one, right? Queen here, seemingly saving himself. I have this one. And but this is busted, pretty much busted. Because every time the king comes up this way, for instance, to link the rooks, we give this check here, right? And now he can't interpose because of knight e4, king e2, queen b2 is crushing. So this one, and then we get the same funny business as we had before. And even this, you may require a tiny bit of technique. Yeah, it's like everything is a creeping move, and then all the night everything coordinates so well, and now it's kind of officially gone. But man, it's got to be super precise. So when he went here, then it was really cold busted. But I had to find the correct sequence, which we looked at. Other thing to mention, by the way, like to just go for this. Sorry, let's go king d2, because maybe you play some chess here. Yeah. The only problem is these puppies are doubled now, right? Yeah. So this is clear advantage for black. So at least we were correct about that one. And however, in this position, rook a3 is not the best move. There are so many good moves, including knight e4. This is a tough one to spot. That this one is very loose. What to do here? Queen e2, queen b1, you would think this would be the most human move, and then you have to find this psychotic move. So this is all superhuman stuff. Probably never happening. The other logical one, most logical, would be this one. And yeah, I was worried about this move. Oh, wow. And then, so what did I say? Oh, e5 I didn't think of. But even this one's getting crazy. There's rook f8, a4, and rook takes b5. Okay. Oh my god, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Let's look at that. That's beautiful. a4, rook b5. Knight b5, and this one's hanging. Because you can't take this one. That one's hanging. So knight b5, bishop e3. And I believe this is not quite altogether lost. I mean, it's bad, but it's not totally gone. The any other move here? I mean, what was e5? E5 looks pretty good. Knight c7, queen c4, and queen b3. Okay, forget it. This is unrealistic. I think the way I did it was the most human way, and in kill it before it spreads, and play like a person. And it was clever that I did see that this one was going to be very annoying. Noticing that I have this check, and that he sort of can't block, and he has to come up into the rook's line, and I just didn't see. I just couldn't imagine in a million years that once you see king takes knight loses, to fantasize. I mean, this one, like if he goes here, almost the same. You can't play. My God. What the hell is this? This one? And he just slithers away immediately. Holy crap. Holy moly, man. You have to make a draw like this. So King H3 was even better than King H4 because King H4 gives the illusion that it's hopeless. And that there's nothing better than to make a draw. Wow. Well, even this position is Knight H2. Crazy stuff, huh? So I just think it's fascinating that when you play here and he plays here, that you have to find knight takes H2 or you lose. Oh man. All right. Long video. Lots of wild stuff in this game. I really enjoyed it. Paco Vallejo Super Grandmaster.